Hey, I have to look down at the bottom to kind of get an idea of how much time I have here on this 17-inch Android. I need to talk to you all. And listen, all of this is pretty and fairly new to me, okay? And even to some of my audiences out there, it may be fairly new to you. What do I mean when I say fairly new? What's fairly new is this spiritual ram, or and not only spiritual ram coming to us, but the spiritual communication and the spiritual system of things that we weren't taught in school. You know what I'm saying? Or things that, you can't just necessarily learn unless you are, teaching yourself. Let's not put it like that, because I got a lot of people coming here. They want things to be politically correct in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And, you have to really explain things to them. Whereas to a lot of us, we get it because we, know the code language, but there's some people who are here that's on a totally different wavelength, and some of them really want to understand, and some of them are just trolling and don't realize that the system that I and others are speaking of is not meant for them to understand. It kind of goes back to what I said. Don't worry about trying to understand anything. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll never, ever, ever understand uh, uh, any of this. By the time that all of this is over with, we won't understand it. Ah, I know what you're going to say. Well, try to overstand it. Don't worry about all of that. Just be concerned with the message, okay? And know the message and the understanding are not the same. Because someone can give you a message, and just because you got the message does not mean that you can understand it. You can, okay? Okay, so hey, look, I'm covering all loopholes here. The reason why, for a lot of people who come here and they don't quite, you see, get the meaning of what is actually going on, is because there are different wavelengths, okay, here. You understand? When I say here, I mean in this particular realm we're living in, okay? And you may have actually overstepped your boundaries when you came here, and that's the reason why. You understand? Nothing here clicks with you, okay? No. Messages and understanding are not the same. That's what's so beautiful about a message. You can have a message and totally not get it. You may need somebody to interpret it for you or translate it to you. Hello? You can't say you understand it. You can't say, oh, messages and understandings are the same thing. Just like the hieroglyphics on the walls of ancient Egypt and Nubia. I want to talk about Nubia too. They are messages. But do you understand them? Absolutely not. Because the two of them are not the same. Those look good. I wouldn't mind having a few of those. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me have a few of those. Oh, okay. These are my favorite.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Thank you.
Go get the chicken.
I have some. Just put some. I'm actually doing a video. You put a little piece to the side. I gotta do a video. I'm actually doing it. Okay, so excuse me. Got to feed the spirits. They got to eat too. Okay, so I wanted to clear that up. They're not the same. Like I said, don't y'all be sitting up here around here spending all your time trying to understand nothing because you ain't gonna understand nothing. You close your eyes forever on this side. You're gonna be left here and understand nothing. Understanding nothing. Take the message. Don't worry about understanding it. And know just because you got the message, again, you still don't understand nothing. Don't waste your time. Okay, so a lot of what I speak about here on my channel, the Wisdom Witch channel, Spirit Tree Naima channel, or Nima channel, Spirit Tree Nima channel. You're saying, I don't get it. She's off her bunkers. You're not supposed to. But the people who are watching it, either they try, they got it. You can get yours, wasting your time watching the channel. It means we're on two different frequencies. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Hello? I don't have to reach your frequency. You got to reach mine. Because you're watching my videos. Hello? Now that I said that, I got to go on from there. Okay? Those are really good. Bacon fries. I got to move on now. I cannot spend my time wasting my time, trying to explain to anybody we're in the southern hemisphere of the United States of America, and people going back and forth. No, we're in the northern hemisphere and all of this and all of that. I said of the United States of America. I'm in the southern portion, if I have to be politically correct, of the United States of America. And the reason why I'm talking about this family is because there's just trolls coming out of the woodworks, and I cannot continue to waste any time and energy focusing on those that don't matter. Honestly, they don't matter because the channel was never designed for them. I don't care how left out they feel. It was never designed for trolls. It was only designed for my friends, my family, and the witches, the sorcerers, the supernaturalists. And I know that the trolls, in some kind of a way, really feel left out. But I have to move on, okay? So I said this only for my friends and family that know that this is really new to us all. And we have to come up with names for certain phenomena that we may not necessarily have the names for. Okay, so let's talk about when I'm saying I'm receiving communication, spiritual communication. And I say, hey, it's coming in Morse code. That is only for those people who will understand exactly what that is. And I don't want to use the word understand because we can't understand anything or overstand it. But it's just for purposes of knowing, for people who know what I'm talking about when I say Morse code, a way to explain sort of like what it sounds like. Of course, it's not a Morse code. You can liken this communication, this spiritual communication, to that of a ghost box. Okay? Ghost box can be just about anything the person wants it to be. I mean, whatever they want to fashion into a medium system to speak to, extraterrestrials, interdimensional beings, deities, the universe, disincarnate spirits, ghost, elementals. And so they will make ghost box. Mostly they are made of radios, but they can be any type of device. You understand what I'm saying? For some people, it will probably be quarry shells, tarot cards, and whatever. I hope y'all get my drift. Bones, get my drift. We're actually speaking to the divine, and not everyone is to understand that because not all of us will be connected with the divine, honestly. And you have a lot of people who they don't they don't get the frequency, and honestly they should not be here. Okay, this is a secret code language only for those who are like-minded, okay, share the same galactic kinship, you understand, in some form or nature. Hello? Okay. So if you're here and you just say, I just totally don't get it, it's okay to exit. And there are a variety of frequencies on YouTube, on the internet. Okay. If we could only see frequencies, but our eyes do not allow us to see, you know what I'm saying, 100% that is around us, we say it's empty matter, but it's not empty matter. You understand? Absolutely not. Just because I'm doing this and I say, I don't feel nothing. I just feel a little cold when I do this, but there's nothing here solid. You understand? It's just a fact you cannot necessarily feel, see, hear, or touch. You understand? Everything that is filled within the space. So it's not empty space. You understand? It appears to be empty space to us because, once again, we don't have that ability. But when you're dealing with someone who, you know, have a lot of brain operation that is connected with the divine, I don't know the percentage, 10%, 15% to 100% of whatever that empty, what you call empty matter is. You understand? They themselves can see, touch, and feel it and hear it. Okay? It just depends on what wavelength you are, what vibration you are on. So if you find this channel where it's just like nothing is actually syncing with you, it is because you're gonna probably have to start off somewhere where someone is right at your level. I don't know if it's below this, right with it, above this, or just has nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot I can't get and I don't understand on YouTube. So when I'm in that situation, rather than for me to insult the person because, hey, look, I just can't get it. I remember feeling like that in high school when we first got to, some equations. I was like, they are stupid, because I didn't get it, but they got it. So if it's one or two people that got it, I can't say that they're stupid because I don't. But we do that out of frustration because deep down we want to, understand what attracts people to certain people. Why are they attracted to her? She's boring. She's dumb. She's stupid. She's all of these different things. She's slow. She's a degenerate. But people come to listen. But when people all are gonna have their own opinions about people. But anyways, I'm wasting a lot of time trying to explain that. The reason why I'm talking about that is because when I'm talking about what I hear, a Morse code on a device, you understand? Let's just not even say that. It's not that. It's actually spirit communication. Dark matter is all around us in media. You can find it on your tablets. Melanin is dark matter. It's black. It's dark. You see what I'm saying? And they've actually, they have actually created TVs. Mostly it's just a black screen. It's no different than a scrying mirror. Even your tablet is black. That's melanin. That's dark matter. And spirits will want to or tend to want to tap on that. Even your windows and stuff at nighttime, they look like, scrying mirrors. They're just black glasses. The glass looks black, you know what I'm saying? So expect spiritual communication from these devices. Not everyone will be able to actually hear and communicate. You understand? With these spirits or extraterrestrials or elementals, whoever they may be. And because people that are able to speak to or hear these communication lines, because they are able to do it, does not mean that they think they are better than or special than anyone else. We are providing channels. We're providing information to people who themselves have encountered such. And just because one has not encountered it does not mean that for the rest of us who are here, you understand, that we are something is wrong with us or something like that. We got some type of mental problems or illnesses, because they've already taught us that anything that is outside of organized religion or science is, nuts. They've taught us that. But more people are, gravitating to the crafts and gravitating to other spirit-based religions or spirit-based systems outside of Christianity, Catholicism, and anything else that is popular. So anyways, that's popular here in the United States of America. So to clear that up for those who would be are confused and definitely want to participate and get more information, and those who are just trolling and wasting life. I think trolls are actually, in a sense, maybe wasting life, but like I said, they have signed a contract to remain under the bridge and troll. That's their specific duties here, even on social media, and they're just being true to what they have committed themselves to do. Okay, so we got to make room for those too. But anyway, so we would call this sort of like a ghost box. A ghost box does not necessarily have to be a radio. A tablet can be like a ghost box, just like this 17-inch Android tablet by Samsung. And I still have to show you all that too on the cell phone. It's charging. I've been having lots of trouble with all of my devices, and it's getting worse as the summer approached. I had a lot of trouble with my device last summer, and I've had quite a few women who themselves have been communicating with the divine, and they themselves have been, having trouble, with the damaged devices. Because this is the second one I've gone through, so it's time for me to get another cell phone. I'm trying to write this out now, so it's dead and it's charging. And when you are, connected like that with the cosmos, you can expect these type of things to happen to your devices. Anyways, I'm breaking this all down for those who, want to kind of get an idea of what's going on. People who have just come to the channel and everything. So yes, your laptops, yes, your anything with those black screens are sort of like scrying mirrors. Yes, you can get spiritual communication from tablets and whether they be Androids, whether they be iPhones, or I'm not quite sure what the tablet is called when it's an Apple. Your TV, flat screen TVs, not those monitor TVs, but more or less your flat screen televisions. I get a lot of spirit communication from that. I will never use the word Morse code, because And people tend to make a joke out of it, but it's only me trying to give someone an idea, sort of like how it sounds when you're tapping. Tap, 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 tap. It's kind of sort of like what the communication sounds like, and that's the way I labeled it. But it's sort of like a clicking sound. And a lot of you all, I see you all are commenting, hey, listen, I heard it. Gives you an idea, you know what I'm saying, that, I'm hearing it and you all are hearing it too. So it's there. It is there. It's not just a bird like a lot of people, try to provide explanations for things that cannot be explained, not be understood. You're always going to have someone who thinks that they know the whole world and every entire existence of this world. And I don't understand why they think that. I mean, you can go to every college, every university, you can go and study with the scholars, and you do not know anything about this place that we're all dwelling in. And you never will. And a lot of people don't like to face that because it makes them lose control. It's a fear of losing control and losing sanity, not being able to pretty much pick apart and come to a conclusion or hypothesis as to what is what when it comes to this particular place. I'm looking, there's a ladybug crawling around, and I don't necessarily kill them. I don't kill them like that because I never know. It could be some type of spiritual communication, coming from the divine. Also, there's this bug that looks sort of like the squash bug, but it flies. Usually that squash bug won't fly, but has that little boxy body with dots and stuff on them. I never touch them. You never know who's coming to visit you. You understand? So anyway, so that's what I'm looking down at and everything. But let's put it like this: that I want to clear that up. What's interesting about it is most people who call me and connect with me, and they're mostly women. They call me, get a reading, connect with me, and I tell them exactly what to do. And then they also began to experience the phenomena of the clicking, the tapping, and the knocking. And it's catchy. And it's going to spread all over the globe. I always say I'm a catalyst. There are many catalysts out there. Okay, I've met other catalysts, but I know myself I am a catalyst right now. Okay, and so if you're hearing these taps on your windows, knocks on your walls, just because you cannot see it with your physical eyes does not mean that there's nothing there, because it's something there. You just don't have the physical ability to see or witness it. Just like when you got a lot of, you have a lot of, you know wavelengths, beta waves and alpha waves traveling all over your body in this space, and music and just everything you can imagine all over the place. And you say it's empty matter. Right here, it's empty matter. It's nothing there. It's something there. And like I say, if only you could see it. Because I've heard of people who say, you can say a word yellow and automatically they can smell it. Those are people who are clairsentient. And people who may say, when I call your name, I can smell a certain type of fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Like I can smell flower blooms when I call his name. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have a smell associated with that particular, name, or that noun or something. Or there may be an action and there's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? They can feel, oh, when you say the word jump, I feel something. I feel something. A lot of people who are not on that wavelength or that vibration automatically thinks that that person is, in some kind of a way, just out of it, a basket case, they're nuts or whatever. But in actuality, the people who would tend to judge these people are actually the ones that are nuts. You understand? Because these are people who live on the planet, dwell on the planet, and think that they know all of the secrets and the mysteries of the planet, and that there is an explanation for every single thing that happens, and that there is not. Science cannot explain not even 1% of what is going on. Okay? Not 1%. Even I myself cannot even understand it, overstand it, even explain it. You cannot. Only thing you can do is just know that it exists. It is here. Just like I was just looking at some of those magi's and stuff. As this one guy, he got dough and he was just pulling bread out of his hand and just pulling it out of his hand. He pulled a big, huge French roll out, and we're gonna say, oh man, it's a trick of the cameras. Even the camera men have been putting cameras all over these people trying to catch it, trying to figure out how can they do this. And just because we cannot explain it with science, the first thing we're gonna say is it's not real. It's not real. It's an illusion. Don't get me wrong, there are wonderful illusionists as well as magicians. They're two different things. But I think both of them are really working on something supernatural that cannot be explained. Just like me walking the doll. You know what I'm saying? The doll was actually lifting its leg to walk and everything. And I can walk a lot of different objects and stuff. And that video got a lot of hits too. I'm like, wow, cool. And I want it to be out there. I want lots and lots of people to watch it and everything. And no, somebody says not real, it's fake and everything. And it's only because they know that it cannot be explained. So know that when I'm talking about, oh, my laptop is communicating with me. Yes, it is, just like anybody else's ghost box. Okay? Same thing. Same concept. Tomatoes. You got a radio that's flipping back and forth and you can hear voices in it. It's all on YouTube. If you don't think it's real, it's the same here. You can get messages and everything on your tablets, on your radios. And I'm not just talking about when they're on and someone is sending a text message or something like that. I'm talking about these devices can actually be off. What's so strange is I have a very intelligent ghost around me, and every time they turn the TV on, they'll turn them on themselves. That TV just came on 30 minutes ago and turned to a channel and showed me a text, and it turned itself off. And I'm saying this because people who are like myself, you too will be getting a lot of spiritual communication. And me and a fellow witch, we were on the phone, and it was interesting what she said. She said there's another planet, Nibiru, that is traveling in our direction. These solar systems are going to either I doubt if they're gonna actually crash into each other. The Nibiru star system. Some people call it Planet X. You understand? They're going to merge in some kind of a way. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of destruction because I think this happens every so many millenniums anyway. And it's going to do it another millennium to come. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this ends this video, and I'm coming back with another video of travel. Okay? Bye-bye.